Hey, Grant Cardone here. Welcome back to the Cardone Zone, where we're talking on Mondays about real estate investing. You can call in 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. I'll grab my computer. Tell me, do you have a question or do you have a deal? I want to share with you a deal that I've been doing. Good deal, bad deal. This is good deal, bad deal. When does a deal go bad and when do you pull from a deal? I'm recently negotiating a deal. On this particular transaction, we're at, I don't know, some big numbers involved here. I don't want that to throw you off though. But let's say that you're in a deal and you're working that deal out and you're like, man, I'm all in on this deal and I want to buy the deal. Let's say that deal is, what's a good number, Johnny?
Let's see, $2 million deal.
$2 million deal. Let's take a $2 million deal. And let's say that you were negotiating that deal. You're going to put $400,000 down on that deal. You're like, okay, you already got it arranged. You're going to put $100,000 into the deal, and you got three other buddies that are going to put $300,000 in the deal. So you got your money arranged. I'm going to walk you through this deal right here, okay? Let's say this deal is 15 units, $2 million. You're going to pay you're going to put $400,000 down on, you even have your debt lined up at $1.6 million. What could go wrong with this deal? You did your due diligence. You said, okay, I'm starting my due diligence, and you started the due diligence and found out what? That took it from a good deal to a bad deal. What could you find out here? You negotiated the $2 million, okay, maybe they wanted $2.2 million, and you negotiated down to $2 million. You're like, I'm good. You have your financing arranged. You're good. You're going to finance $1.6 million, and you found out that this deal is let's say this deal is going to return you, I'm just making this up right now. Let's say it's a 6 cap, okay, and then when you did your due diligence, $2 million less $400,000, $1.6 million. If it's a 6 cap, then that makes you $120,000 a year NOI. That's your NOI. I'm going to do my math I'm going to give you a number of situations that could actually happen here. You negotiated at a 6 cap and you said, okay, I'm good on the 6 cap. I'm going to finance $1.6 million. I do the same math every time. If you're just tuning into the show for the first time and you get lost on something, all you got to do is ask in comments. $98,000 a year in debt. This is your debt. This is what you were planning on. And this thing's going to make $22,000 a year. $22,000 a year. You put $200,000. How much money we put down? $400,000. That can't be right. Okay, something's wrong. Right now you know, oh, something's wrong here, dude. This don't work. This deal doesn't work anymore. So I'm either paying too much, the debt's too expensive, or something happened. Okay, so let me do the math again. $2 million less $400,000, I'm financing $1,600,000, okay? I think a fully loaded debt on this deal is, let's try 615. Let's see what that is. That's $104,000. This is $104,000. It got worse, not better. $104,000. It makes $16,000 a year. I put $400,000 down. Is that right? Maybe my NOI is wrong. $2 million times 6%. No, it's $1.2 million. Is that right? Yeah, it's $120,000. My debt's going to be $104,000. The deal makes $16,000. You put $400,000 down. $400,000 earns you $16,000. That's 4%. You're like, why am I doing this deal? So you get stuck in this deal. And you're like, what happened here? Something happened in this deal that I'm not comfortable with it anymore. Or I'm doing the wrong math. Oh, I know what I'm missing. Oh yeah, I forgot. You see, not everything on the surface is exactly right. I'm paying full debt. I'm paying principal and interest here. This debt, okay, this is only making 4%, but I'm paying down the principal each year almost 2%. So each year, in addition to the interest payments, I'm paying down the debt. You follow me? So this deal will make 6%. But while I'm doing my due diligence, I find out, okay, wait a minute, I got a roof that needs to be fixed, and the roof's going to be $100,000. I got some plumbing issues. That's going to cost me another $80,000. I have water intrusion because of the roof on the siding. The siding's going to cost me another $120,000. So my $2 million deal now needs a new roof. I got a plumbing problem and $300,000. Now I'm at $2.3 million. And check this out, the 10-year treasury while I was doing my due diligence got jacked. Okay, the 10-year interest rates went up, and the interest rate I thought I was going to get spiked. Now, the question is, and it spiked 0.04 blips. Guess what? I'm going to renegotiate all that and more, because I need to. I have the deal under contract, and I've now found out, okay, $2.2 million. This property is not worth $2 million, and I want a 6% cap rate. So I'm going to go back to the seller and renegotiate this deal. So good deal don't become bad deal. Good deal, ladies and gentlemen, should become a better deal. And if you're going to do real estate, if you're going to play the real estate game, you need to know now, how do I go back and negotiate this deal for $1.7 million for the $300,000 that I didn't expect to be in the deal? How do I communicate that? How do I negotiate that? How do I get that and the seller still feel good? And the 4 blips, 0.004. That's what I'm going to pay in interest. Maybe because this deal took too long to close, or they brought it to market at the wrong time. Okay, if they brought it to market at the wrong time and the 10-year treasury spiked while I was buying the deal, that's not my fault. That was their decision to put the property on the market. So how do I communicate that to them, that I'm going to be paying 0.004 times how much money am I borrowing on this deal? What did I say? 1.6 million? Okay, 1.6. And it's going to cost me a little more money in interest. That's $6,400. Okay, it doesn't seem like a lot, does it? Well, that's my damn money. And I never say just $6,400, only $6,400. Oh, by the way, the $6,400 is on debt, okay? That means I need to pay less to get my $6,400. Divide that by 0.06 is the return I expected on that money. And that just grew to another $106,000. So you got to know how to do the math. So this is going to be 106, okay? And now we're going to be at $1,594,000, okay? And just because sometimes people need to do the harsh trade thing, which is I can't go ask for what I expect. I have to ask for a little more, because sometimes that's what people do. Because of the time cost of money, I need to be at $1,450,000 because I'm worried about the debt market even more, and that's my number. Oh, by the way, I'm ready to go hard right now with $100,000. Remember that $100,000? Okay, sell it to me right now today, and I'll give you 100 of the 400 we raised. I'll give you my 100, put my 100 at risk. But I need to be at $1,450,000. Everybody's going to lose their minds, and this is when you find out if you're a professional ready to handle real estate deals. And your deal's only $2 million. Mine's $60 million on the low side, and things get intense. Let's talk to our callers. Hey, thank you for joining the show. Please, if you're watching on YouTube, please, like I can hear you. I can't hear you. What's their name? Michael. Well, we got to get Natalie hooked up in there too. So please, if you're watching on YouTube, please do me a favor. Post a comment, subscribe to the channel. Let's roll. Michael, what's up? Do you have a
How you doing, Grant?
Question?
I talked with you a couple months ago on a deal in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I don't know if you remember that one, but I've got 2 deals.
Next caller. And
and you select which one. I've got 786 units, Class B, in Oklahoma City. And I've got 241 units, Class B, in Tampa. Tampa, the actual numbers are at a
you
5.
get to the negotiation part of the deal is they figure out the collar situation over here. When you get to the negotiating part of the deal, okay, you do not want to, let me just give you some notes here. You do not want to get emotional. Do not get emotional, okay? This needs to stay completely rational. You need to keep reminding the seller, I'm here to buy your property. I love your property. I want to buy the property. Why are you doing this to me, man? You knew. Everybody gets emotional. Let them get emotional. You stay rational. You keep reminding them, I want to buy your property. I'm interested in buying the property, okay? I am not trying to negotiate. You want to bring in third-party data right now. Whatever you're telling this person, this is straight out of my books on sales and closing. Whatever you're telling the customer, you need to show the customer. I got a roofing report, 100. I got a plumbing report, 80,000. I have two estimates. How we doing? I have two estimates. Two estimates, Johnny. I have two estimates on the water intrusion for the siding. I have no idea what y'all are saying. Okay. Two siding estimates, $80,000. I was willing to pay $2.2 million for your property. It's less the 200 grand for the roof, less the 80,000, less the 120 for the siding. That's where I'm at. And by the way,
I'm here.
now that I know it and showed it to you, you know it, and you got to show it to the next person that you try to sell the property to. These are the things that are in no real estate books except for this course right here. If you're out trying to buy deals, find deals, negotiate deals, get the best price on a deal. The best way to get the best price on a deal, the best way to get a great deal is to pay people what they want for the property and simply ask them, is there something I don't know? Is there something you know that I should know? Okay? This is straight out of this program. This is about 50 hours of content, video and audio, on how to find deals, buy deals, manage deals, and negotiate a deal. Both the purchase, the price, the management, and I said both, but it's really four things. And how do you finance the properties and get funding for these properties? We're doing a deal right now. It's $67 million. $70 million. And we found out there was some stuff wrong with the property, and we found out the treasury problem being the rates went up, treasury rates. Rates went up from 446 to 1.8 while we were negotiating the purchase of this property. This is not my fault, and it's not the seller's fault, but it is what it is. We also found out that we had some problems that means this property is anywhere from $3 million, maybe as much as $8 million overpriced. The subject of the show today is, when does a good deal become a bad deal, and how do you make a bad deal a great deal? And it's going to happen to you. Now, how do I know I still want this piece of property? Because whatever attracted me to this piece of property, just like to a spouse, a partner, a boyfriend, or girlfriend, whatever attracted you to that person, just because things have changed does not mean that person is still not there. You just got to get rid of some of the stuff they're doing, right? So I found a piece of property. It's a great piece of property. It's in a great location. I have real estate around that location. I can manage the property. I know what that property should be doing, but the fact is it's not doing that. So at what price, or if it's not a lower price, what can the seller do to get me in a position so that I can buy that deal?
Hey, Grant.
And it's a great deal. Let me talk to the caller.
We heard it. It's gone.
Grant,
Maybe
can
you guys
hear
can
me?
hear.
It's Mike Murphy.
Yeah, Mike, what's up, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good, man. I'm doing great.
I talked with you about 8-9 weeks ago. I don't know if you recall underwriting Jacksonville, North Carolina, Class A complex built in 2012. You were very interested in it, but then I found out that it was under agreement. But I've got two other deals for your consideration.
Okay. How big
and I
are
know
the
you
deals?
probably only have time to do one. So let me give you just a brief description of each one, and you select.
Yeah.
I've got a 241 unit Class B complex, Casablanca Apartments in Tampa.
Okay,
The
241.
actual numbers.
What's the other one? What's the other
NOI
deal? What's
is
the-
1 million.
What's the other deal? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Let's talk to each other. So what's the other deal?
The other deal is in Oklahoma City.
Let's talk about Tampa. Let's do Tampa because and the reason I'm not saying I don't like Oklahoma, I'm saying I'm buying stuff in Florida. So let's go with the 241.
Okay, 241 units. Now this is built in 1971, but totally renovated from the studs in 2017.
I am a stud. Thank you.
Okay, has an NOI of 1.256,
Okay.
cap rate of 5.2.
I'm not interested.
Okay.
Okay, now why? Why did I say that? I have enough information to know that 1971 product in Tampa, 5 cap, 1971. I can buy a 5 cap that's built in 2005. So why am I going to be in a product 30? How old is this? Shit, almost 50 years old. Why am I going to buy a 50-year-old product when I can buy me a young stud?
Yeah. If it's been totally renovated from the studs up,
Yeah, I understand.
that doesn't make a difference.
It's still 1971.
I got you. Okay.
And look. What do they want for the deal?
They want 24.5.
24.5 million for two. So it's $100,000 a unit. Okay. Hey, I got a little more data right now. Now watch how fast this happens. No. Okay, I'm interested. So okay, tell me more. But the 5 cap kind of throws me off of this deal. But no one number should completely cause you to throw a deal. Where in Tampa, if I had a clock, okay, where in Tampa, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, where in Tampa is it located?
Bring it up on the map. Hold on one second.
I'm gonna tell you where I think it is. Let's see.
Let's see. This is the address. Where's the?
What is the address?
I'm looking for the address. Hold on one sec.
You don't know the address, dog?
I've
You
got
know
a
what
bunch
part of town it's in?
14350 North 22nd.
14350
14350 North 22nd.
North 22nd. Let me see where that is on a clock. Not Opelika. Give me the address again.
14350 North 22nd, Tampa.
North 22nd. Tampa. Now I'm saying this is going to be around between 12 and 1 o'clock. Tampa. Let's see where it is. Oh, god damn, I'm so good, it's sick. This is ridiculous how good I am. Where did I put the little spot? I put the spot right here. If that's 12 o'clock, I put it right here. I don't know. I didn't know the address when he told me. I just knew the age of the property. Can you show it, Johnny? It's just whiting out, Johnny, terribly. Look where it's at on the clock, huh? That's Tampa right there. That's Tampa. Does that make sense to you guys? It's still fuzzy, Johnny.
Okay. I think I see what you're looking at.
Here's Tampa. The property's right there right there. Like it was even off just like a tad. God damn, I'm so good.
So what does that
I
tell you
say
about
1 million,
that
2
area? I don't
million,
know
3
Tampa well.
million,
Is that
20 million. Yeah, so look, man, that's a terrible location. I don't want it. I'm not interested. I don't want to play there. Why? Because I can find 5 caps in better locations, better schools, closer to hospitals, better jobs. It's the same 5 cap. A 5 cap is a 5 cap. Meaning, if you're new to the show and you're just watching, a 5 cap means if I pay cash for this property, I'm going to earn 5% on my money, assuming all the numbers are equal, okay? This is a guy or a group that went in and rehabbed a deal. Do you know what they paid for this deal? You don't. So I would ask my guys. I have we pay about $30,000 a year just for the Florida market to have a product called Real Capital Analytics, and I can find out exactly what they paid for the deal. I'll have to estimate what they spent on the deal, but I would expect it doesn't bother me that they're making money on me. They're selling it for $100,000 a unit, and they probably paid $30,000 or $40,000 in that location. Spend another $20,000. They're going to make $50,000 a unit. No problem. They should make money. They took the risk. Johnny, how you doing? Huh? You look like you just.
I'm checking this.
Oh, excuse me. So anyway, let's talk to our next caller. Thank you for calling in on that. Maybe next time bring me that Oklahoma deal. Maybe I should have gone to Oklahoma City. But look, if I don't have enough units in a market, for all of you out there that are looking at doing your first deal, if you don't have enough units in a market, it's going to cost you a lot of money to manage that inventory. I like the size of his deal, and I love it that it's in Florida. I just don't like that location of Florida. I can't hear you. I can't hear them. Why is that a problem, guys? Okay, good. Lewis, just pipe up the audio too.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Cardone? How you doing? You know what's up?
Lewis?
Hello?
Okay, so
Can you hear-
can't hear it. The bottom
you
line
hear me?
is the bottom line is we're having audio difficulties over here. That should not keep you from buying real estate. Okay, you need to know your market. You need to know your numbers. You need to know mostly that every one of you, everybody that's watching this right now, you need to either figure out how you do your own deals or how you do deals with other people. There's 3 ways to do a real estate deal like this. If you're watching this right now, you're like, okay, how do I start playing this game? I don't have 400 grand. Good. There's 3 ways to do this game.
How you doing, Grant?
Tell them just disregard it, fix it for the next show. Number 1, you do it yourself. Okay, you do it yourself. This is straight out of my book, straight out of this program right here. Okay, how to invest in real estate, how to create wealth investing in real estate. You raise money and do it with others. Do it with others, okay? Or you do it with a group like me. Do it with a professional. I've bought and sold almost 10,000 apartments. Bought and sold. We have 6,500 units under control right now. We collect rents on 6,500 units. We know how to keep them at 92, 93, 94, 95, 96% occupancy. We manage them constantly. We know how to
How you doing,
find a
Mr. Cardone?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
How you doing? This is Lewis from Connecticut.
Lewis, how you doing, pal?
Good, you?
Good, man. I'm great. You got a deal? You got a deal or you got a question?
Yeah, I got a small deal. I want you to analyze, see what's up. So it's in Connecticut. It's a 25 unit deal. Its price tag is 3.4. Has an NOI of 234, and right now it has a 6.7 cap.
Yeah. Okay. So 244. I don't know your market, Connecticut. I don't know. Just full disclosure, I don't know that location, right? So I'm not going to be able to help you on location. How would you
Sure.
rate the location in Connecticut?
Oh, I love it. It's an ideal city. Median income is about $91,000. This property is like a mile away from Starbucks. Really nice,
How
area.
far from Starbucks?
About a mile. I'd say
Oh, that's
about a mile
good. Okay.
away.
So did you say they had an NOI of 234?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So and they said what cap rate was it?
6.7.
Okay, so for those of you, I'm going to figure the price out. I'm going to figure the price they want for the property. You'll see a lot of listings will have the NOI and the cap rate, the desired cap rate, and then you'll be like, where's the price? You don't need a price, okay? They're telling you it's code, it's real estate code for saying, hey, if you need a price and you can't figure it out, you're an idiot, don't call us. That's what that is. So what they'll do is they'll tell you, this is the NOI, and we want a 6 what cap? Say it again?
6.7.
Yeah, 6.7 cap. So what you do is you take the 234. The reason they're doing this is they're trying to keep the amateurs from making a phone call. They don't want Johnny to call them. Okay, they want Grant to call them. They don't mind if Johnny's partnering with me and calling, but they don't want Johnny to call them because Johnny don't yet know what he's doing. And they know, the real estate community knows this. If you don't know, you won't buy. Listen to what I'm telling you, okay? Real estate people, commercial real estate people do not sell to people that don't know because they know people that don't know don't ever buy. Okay? People that don't know what they're doing never pay enough to get a piece of real estate. Listen to what I'm telling you right now. This is so valuable. People that don't know what they're doing never ever buy real estate. They buy cars. They're going to go buy a Honda Civic for 84 months because I can afford it. They don't buy real estate because they don't know. What they do is they try to negotiate the price down. I got to get a better deal. I got to get a better deal. I got to get a better deal. Those people never buy any real estate. The people that buy real estate are like, that is a good deal. I know the location. I know the schools. I know what's coming up. I know what's in the marketplace. Okay? 6.7% cap rate. The math is this. You divide the 234 by that number right there. You basically do that. Okay? 234, if the NOI is right, divided by 0.067 is $3,492,000. How many units did he say? I thought he told me
25.
25 units. So I'm going to divide that by 25 units, divide by 25. Okay, that's $139,000 a door. Then I need to know, hey, what would it cost just to permit a piece of property in Connecticut? Are you a Democratic state or you're Republican? I think you guys are Democrat, right?
Democrat, yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be expensive. Are they limiting building there?
Limiting building?
Yeah, like they don't like people building stuff. Is it very liberal?
I can't say it's like, yeah, honestly, I don't know. I can't
The
even
nearest
answer that
town
for you
that you're
100%.
in. Where in
Nearest
Connecticut
town?
is this? Big town, big city.
Oh, yeah. So it's between Hartford and New Haven.
Yeah. So Hartford, Connecticut.
That's the capital, and then New Haven's a big
Yeah. What's the
town, too.
state taxes there? Aren't you guys expensive?
What's the what?
State taxes.
State taxes?
You don't know. Okay.
6.3.
What is the address of the property?
24 Parsons, Wallingford, Connecticut.
24 Parsons.
Parsons, Parsons. It's not on LoopNet or anything.
Yeah, that's fine. Parsons what?
Wallingford, Connecticut. Parsons Street, Wallingford, Connecticut.
I see it right here, man. Wallingford, okay? So I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to do my own due diligence. Okay, now, again, I don't know anything about Connecticut. It's close to the 91. 91 goes between West Haven and Hartford. That means there's traffic going in and out of there. I don't know anything about the jobs in Northford, Hamden, Cheshire, Meridian. What's the biggest employer over there?
Shoot.
You don't know nothing, dog. You know what? Let me tell you. Real estate people, who doesn't buy real estate? People that don't know nothing. You don't know the jobs. You don't know the state taxes. You don't know population. You don't know the employer. Bro, you ain't going to buy if you don't know. Okay? Warren Buffett said the way to reduce risk is to increase what you know. Insecurity comes in the face of not knowing. And no matter how much data I give you, you have to know it for yourself. This is the number one fact in all business and in just being a person on planet Earth. You have to know for yourself. You can't know it from Grant. The fact that I know is one thing. I know what bananas taste like, okay? If you've never eaten a banana or banana ice cream, I got some banana ice cream at the house, okay? Oh man, I like bananas. But you don't know what that banana ice cream tastes like. It doesn't matter what you know about bananas. The banana ice cream I have at my house, you don't know what that tastes like. Now, if I told you more data and you actually tasted it, then you'd know. I don't know enough to buy this deal. I wouldn't know if this deal's good if you showed me a picture of it, and I'm looking at a picture right now too. I just don't know. I don't know enough. Okay, I'm on LoopNet right now looking at it. Oh wow, that looks pretty good actually. See, now all of a sudden I'm like, dang, that shit looks good. It looks good. Okay, I don't know anything else about it. It's kind of how most people end up in a relationship. Dang, that looks good. And then you go home with her or him, and they turn into psychos. You get home and you know, oh, the guy's bankrupt. The guy doesn't. You ladies out there, you get him home. Oh, he looked good. Yeah, he had some abs. He spends all his time on his abs and no time on his MasterCard. Or he spent all his time on his MasterCard. He leans on his MasterCard because he don't lean on himself. So, anyway, the property looks great. I don't know anything else about it. Now, if this is the case, okay, and you could get a loan on this deal, it's not overpriced. If the location's good, if the hospitals are good around it, if the schools are good around it, if it stays occupied, sure. Okay, it sounds like it's a good deal because, man, if I could pay cash for this, $3,492,000, price is not the issue here. It's what do I need to spend in addition to that? Does it need a roof? Does it need plumbing? Are they giving me the right numbers, okay? How stable is the property been? Does it need paint? Is there some issues underground in the structure that I need to take care of? Okay, next caller. This is a perfect size first deal also, by the way. Perfect size first deal. This should be somebody's first deal. You're like, oh man, that's going to take about, how much money is that going to take? It's going to take at least $700,000 to buy that first deal. That should be your first deal. Your first deal should not be done with $7,000. Could be, but you're not going to keep it. You could do your first deal with $70,000, but you're not going to keep it. The best piece of real estate is the first piece would be something you buy, you refinance, and you keep long term. The reason people buy things, they buy a little deal, get rid of it, buy a second little deal, get rid of it, buy a third little deal, is they bought the deals, they was the wrong deals. If you did that in marriage, you'd have 3 divorces before you found the right person. But that's what they tell you in real estate. Oh, start small, take you some baby steps, okay? It's ridiculous. Buy a great piece of real estate and keep it long term. 2 biggest mistakes I made in real estate was number 1, I didn't buy enough, and number 2, I didn't buy big enough.
You got a call?
Okay, call her.
He's on, say hello.
Go ahead.
Hello,
What's up?
Ryan. How are you?
Man, I'm great. You got a deal or you got a question?
I got a question. I have I'm doing a liquidity of all my real estate, and before it's all said and done, I'm gonna have a little over 1.2 around in that area.
Yeah.
I can deploy that into the market. My question is, I have some interest out of state. Do you have any? I see you came from California, so Florida. Do you have any particular reason why Florida over any other state? Another Republican state that we can dump the deal into?
Oh, you want to do a 1031?
Yes.
Yeah, I like it. So for everybody that doesn't know what a 1031 is, he's going to take the profits from his. What's the total sales price going to be?
Well, it's when it's all added up, it's about 1.3.
1.3 million, and then how much debt do you have on the 1.3?
About 150,000.
Okay, so this is how the 1031 law works. All right, 150,000 across the entire 1.3.
Yeah.
Okay, so he needs to take on $1,150,000 worth of debt. He has to.
Grant, let me interrupt you a second, Grant.
Okay.
Grant, I'm pulling out because and this is what I'm doing is I'm liquidating my real estate because now it's peaking, and I think it's a good exit strategy simply because I'd rather have 1.3 in the bank than have 4 houses spread across the state.
Okay. All right. So you don't want a
That's just my humble
1031.
opinion.
I thought you wanted a 1031. Why are you calling me then if you've already made a decision?
No, I haven't. I really, I want your opinion is priceless to me. It's
Yeah,
my
good.
first,
So, dude, look, here's the deal. You're going to make $1.3 million. You're going to end up with $1.1 million. If you cash out, you need to pay taxes.
Right.
So I don't know what your cost basis is. If your cost basis is 0, then you're going to pay taxes on $1 million. Where do you live?
Miami.
Miami. Okay, so you're going to pay about
Yeah,
40.
I want to do a 1031 though. I'm pushing for the 1031.
Well, you just change your mind again, dude. If you're going to do a 1031, you're not liquidating. You're going to go illiquid here for a second, and I'm trying to tell you how to do your exchange. I understood what you said. I want to do an exchange. I want to exchange. And now you say, oh, let me interrupt you. How about you not interrupt me, and I'll tell you how to do this. So watch. You're going to do a 1031. You're going to find $1 million. You need to buy a piece of property that's worth at least $1.3 million. Here's the problem you got. You have to have debt of at least you only have debt of 150 grand right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so your debt load has to be at least 150 or more. 150, a little more. So both these numbers have to go up just a little bit. It has to be equal to or greater than. So you have $1.1 million to put down in a deal. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go buy a $3.3 million deal. That's what you're looking for. Without you putting any cash into a deal, you're looking for a deal $3.3 million, or you find somebody that's doing a deal and you tag on with them and do a $3.3 million deal.
Okay.
Okay, you take your
And
entire
the entire-
1.1, all this money right here will be deferred from the entire profit will be deferred from any kind of tax gain, but that 1.150, every penny of it, every penny, not one penny can go to your pocket. Every piece has to go into this deal. So that's the size deal you're looking for right there. That's probably going to buy you, in Miami, it's probably going to buy you, I don't know, I could probably find you a deal. Let me just look right now. Let me see if I can find you a deal. You want to be in Miami or anywhere in Florida?
Miami's okay.
Yeah, Miami's okay. Okay.
Grant, really appreciate your time.
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being in the game. Let me see. Let me see my friends over there. Find you a deal. Because I'm not going to buy this deal, so I could help you find one of these. All of you out there, if you're buying deals, you want to do your own deals. I mean, here's a little deal in Opelika. I love that Opelika. I've been wanting to buy Opelika for like 3-4 years. Everybody says, oh, that's shit over there. That's garbage over there. Yeah, Amazon just built a freaking big ass place over there. Huh? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's tough, but it's perfect for this kind of entry point. Here's the deal, 118 units, not 15 units. $8.6 million. See, I would tell you, man, now I just showed you that you need to be at least 3.3, but you can go as high as you can imagine. Here's the deal, 118 units. Rather than buying 15 units, buy 118 units, just have a little more imagination. You know, it's $8.6 million, 118 units. You put how much does he have coming out of that deal?
1.1.
1.1. You're going to need a little more money. You're going to need another 2 million. Find some guy that's like, hey, I'll party with you, dog. You're putting in 1.1. That's a significant amount of money. So you go to some of your brothers, uncles, aunts. Sounds like you got a bunch of cousins. Okay, and you say, hey, bro, like, let's put some of your drug money together. I mean, some of your money, your side hustle money together, and we just join all that money up, and let's go get us a loan. Now you guys go get a loan for $5.6 million and make you a real stab at real estate.
Okay.
That's one possibility.
Okay. So the 3 million area that would, I just have to deploy all the 1.1 into the whole deal.
Yeah. Now, if you want to come back to this size deal, let me just see if I can find you something.
Grant, from the cash flow of that deal that you're suggesting, I can pull out and have my income and pay for a rental unit and live anywhere.
Yeah. Here, exactly. Totally. You're right on. Here's a deal. A la Patata. Oh no, that's land for sale. Sorry. You can build 12 units there. Here's the deal on Douglas William Village, 12 units, 1.6 million. That deal doesn't work. You need a bigger deal than that. So I'm looking for a $3 million deal, right? I'm going through loop now. 16 units, Miami, $4.9 million. $4.9 million. A little bigger than you want, but that deal might work. Here's one, Brickell Apartments investment portfolio. See, this is the problem with Miami. Here's $3.1 million, exactly what you need to be at. Exactly the number. It's only, how many units? 8 units. Okay, and it's a 3 cap. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I'd probably pay my taxes first. This is the problem with the 1031. A 1031, just so everybody knows, is where you basically defer any tax gain and you move it into another asset. The complication with that is you're on a timeline. It's like pulling the pin on a grenade, and it's like every day. You got 45 days before this thing blows up, but once you pull the pin, you cannot throw the grenade. The grenade is attached to your body. And the only way that the thing doesn't blow up is if you find another property. If you don't find another property, it blows up in your face, all over your face too. And it's ugly. So I've done 17 successful 1031s. They are, you got pressure, you got time, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So you got to have the right deals. And you know, the most complicated part about it is nobody wants second and thirds. You can pick up to 3 properties. You can go out and pick 3 properties in the first 45 days. 45 days, once he makes his sale, first of all, he's got to consummate his first sale. And he won't even know if that first sale is going to happen until it happens. Like even till the last minute, you don't know, is it really going to happen? So when did he start shopping for these 3 deals? You got to do that before you even make the sale. Then you got to figure out how to put that under contract, and you hadn't made the sale yet, which means you don't have the money. And if you let's say one of these 3 deals is mine, I'm gonna be like, show me the money, and you're gonna be like, well, I don't have the money yet because I got the 1031. I'm selling my property. When's it gonna happen? Yeah, I start flickering. And I'm like, well, dude, I'm not going to take you serious. So what you do is, okay, you get one maybe here. You get then you love this property, and then you go look at another second one because you need a backup, and another third one because what if I blow out? What if somebody comes and buys my number 1? Now number 1's off the market, and you're like, oh, number 2. Why is it number 2? Because it's number 2. You know what we do when we say we do a number 2? It's number 2. What you doing? Number 2. That's why it's number 2. It's not what you wanted. You wanted number 1. This deal then happens. 1 goes away. Now you're stuck with 2 and 3 on your list that you've already sent into the IR and the S, which ain't always the best thing for the YOU. Okay? Look, I hope you enjoyed the show. Grant Cardone, Real Estate Investing Made Simple. I'll show you how to create wealth here. I said it's simple. I didn't say it was easy. I didn't say it was get rich quick. All of you at Cardone Capital, this isn't get rich quick. This is get rich for sure as long as you can hang on, okay? I am going to continue to create wealth opportunities for people in real estate. It's not quick. It's not fast. It's not without risk, but it's a hell of a lot better than having your money sit at the bank. We have a deal open right now. I don't know if we can show them that deal. 288 units. $60 million thereabouts. I'm not going to give you the exact number because I don't want it reported to the IRS. Okay, they'll have to come hunt me down for that data. I put 16 million of my own money down. I've already signed the loan documents. $16 million, sorry, 16 million. We financed 50, what is that? What did we finance? 44 million? Something like that. It's in Pensacola, close to sand beaches, beautiful white sand beaches, 288 beautiful units. And I think it's going to do 6.5% in year 1. I think over the period of the life of the loan, it's going to do 17% a year. Listen to me when I tell you, I cannot promise that, I cannot guarantee that, I can only project that. We targeted this deal to do 6.5% a year, 17% to the investors by the time we sell it. That's annualized. If you are interested in that piece of real estate, we only have about 40 positions left. It's half filled right now. I have $18 million worth of commitments, and I only have spots for about $8 million. So there might be 35 to 40 spots left. If you are interested in that, what's the text number over there? Do we have the text number for the real estate?
I'll find out.
You want to call me today if you want to do that. I'm telling you, if you were at our boot camp this weekend and you're thinking about investing in this deal is going to close up in the next probably 5 or 6 days. CardoneCapital.com, CardoneCapital.com is the website. We don't have a picture of this?
No, they don't have it.
Okay, CardoneCapital.com. You can see the asset on, you can't grab mine, huh? You can see the asset at CardoneCapital.com. If you don't want to do that, if you want to do your own deals, get some information. What's the text?
They can call 305
305
407
407
0276.
0276 if you want to know how to work that deal. 305
407
407
0276.
0276. You can call and talk to somebody. They'll answer your questions. Don't be surprised if I pick up the phone because I've been known to do that. look, get invested in real estate. These are real assets. This piece of property behind me is one of our signature pieces of property. It's a $92 million asset. You can't invest it anymore. The fund's closed for this. It's a beautiful piece of property. It's going to be there for 30 years from now. It's going to still be there 60 years from now. I guarantee you, I'll be dead in the ground or spread out in some sky, and that piece of property will still be there. 456 units, 33 acres. Nobody can take it from me. And somebody's going to live there 30 years from now, and they're going to be paying rent there. Whether we own it or not, it'll be a question, but somebody's going to own that, and somebody's going to collect the rent on that. That's why I'm telling you, get invested in that kind of real estate, that's going to be long-term, that's going to cash flow, that's going to get paid off one day, or that's so valuable, that's such a valuable asset, that's such a proven commodity and such a good asset that not only will it not be paid off, but banks will finance you money on it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 times over the next 30 years. Could happen. Thanks for watching the show. Please comment below.